What's up, guys? HTG Brian back with more Funko Fusion. Next up, Masters of the Universe, Level 4, Story Shock Amok. That's right, no trophy or achievement found in this video. However, we are going to take you through this the quick way. To be fair, I actually struggled a little bit with a part of this, and you might too, but with our help, we're going to get you right on through it. Basically, there's a point where it appears as though you need 2 fuses, but that's not the case. You need 1 fuse and 2 portals. I guess I was confused in the fact that you can activate a jump between 2 molded portals. I thought there had to be 1 stationary one part of the level and the portal we spawned, so that's not the case. So that's a pretty good fun fact for you right there. And if you're ready, let's go ahead and jump right in. Now, much like the other Masters of the Universe worlds, they almost seem a little bit overwhelming with the bad guys at times, kind of getting juggled and shot and powed around. So I'm going to recommend that maybe, just maybe, you swoop up one of these full health sodas so that later we can chug one down and replenish that health. Now, I was not able to get the 1,000 needed to go ahead and purchase it, and it was a long trip down here. I just figured I'd go ahead and go. But hey, you might smack around some stuff or maybe unlock a chest with some vinyl in it and go back up and pick it up. Now, because I've played this a few times, I actually know exactly where everything is, how to manipulate the bad guys, and to progress forward, so I do a pretty fair job of not getting died. That's right, I said it, not getting died. So far I've been pretty good about not having to use that respawn box. It's happened a time or two, and I've actually even restarted a story play recording to go back and revert it and try it again. But see what I'm saying? Like, you just kind of get juggled around at times, and even though you think you got all the guys in front of you, sometimes they're spawning behind you. But the actual goal of this mission is to escort the attack track through Eternia. As you can see down in the bottom right-hand corner, basically all you have to do, just like the other previous escort missions, is stay within the circle that starts blue. Once you're in it, it'll turn green, unless you run into an obstacle on the level or perhaps some bad guys, which it can turn red. Now here we go, we've got into the next area, more bad guys have spawned, and we're going to go ahead and sort of backtrack and take them out using this hill as cover here. And of course, they're not spawning behind me right now, which is kind of a lucky moment if I'm being honest. But at the same time, it's kind of how this area, I think, is supposed to perform. All right, so once you take out the 5 or 7 guys, well, this one's being a little bit of a pest. But once that area is clear, we'll go ahead and continue to escort the attack track up until it stops in front of this electric, I guess it's like a zapper. Basically, there's 2 points of electricity. By using the fuse, it'll actually switch where that goes out. But before we get to the fuse, we gotta spawn a portal. So we'll do that right now in this mold machine, and we'll walk it back a little bit because we need to have access to the upper ridge there on the left. But before doing that, we want to take out this purple crystal on the right. So you can see I've just connected the portal up high left as promised. Inside this new room that we just teleported to is going to be a fuse. Go ahead and grab the fuse and drop it right back down. I'm going to place this fuse on the ground, and it's important that you look up and take out that purple one. Now, for some reason, it's not allowing me to switch portals right now. There you go. I had to drop the thing before it'll access it, and that may be the case for you. So if you're struggling to get the portal switched, drop whatever item you're holding and try again. Well, I'm not sure what the crap just happened there. That was not supposed to be like that. That was a really weird fall. But what we did was we went up top to that high right balcony, looked down in the middle area, and we're able to go ahead and target the purple crystal, turning it gold, allowing us to activate that middle portal. Now, once we use it, we're actually going to drop that fuse up in there, and it's going to stop the electric flow from up above here. That is going to give us the ability to advance the attack track. But before you do that, let's grab another portal. This is where I struggled. I mentioned at the beginning I thought you needed 2 fuses. Well, you kind of do, because you need one right here to activate this terminal, but you only need it briefly for a second. And in fact, later we're going to take that fuse out and use it in another spot. So it's a very handy fuse. Now, there's more bad guys that spawn in this door on the right, so be aware of those. And of course, take note of that heart in the hallway too, that if you're getting low, feel free to use it. We go ahead and take them all down, and now we're going to backtrack to where we just were at that other portal. And we're going to go up top to where we placed that fuse. In fact, it's still connected to the right portal. We're going to grab the fuse out of the wall and actually come back through and target the portal we just placed in this hallway. So now we've actually just bypassed that electric shocking stuff, But we have the fuse. And now we can go ahead and turn on, we'll actually open the door with this terminal prompt, and then grab the fuse and start escorting the old attack track. As soon as we advance a little further, Mer-Man pops up again. I thought we already dealt with you, buddy. Guess not. Continue escorting the attack track until you see the giant water bubble pop up over Mer-Man and the sorceress in the attack track. We're going to go ahead and take the fuse that we pulled out of the doorway back there. We had that one that we had to open the door with. We pulled it out, and we've walked it in and placed it on this back wall. Now we're going to play a little game of connect the dots, la, la, la. Basically, you just got to get the power routed all the way through. And that should access our terminal now. Booyakashow. And as a result of the fuse being there, it shocks the back half of the pool. Now we got to go deal with the front half, because that's how we're taking Mer-Man out. Now, I don't know why I went the long way there. We need to use the mold machine and craft another portal. Even though we're at low stock, don't sweat it. This should be the last one we need for now. We'll go ahead and place it right here at the top of the stairs. This is going to give us access to a couple of different points up top. We're going to focus on the right one first. There we go. We'll target that one and go up through it. And look at that. We've got a switch behind these boxes that we need to flip on. So let's flip that switch real quick and go right back through the portal. Make sure you take note of that fuse placement location there. We'll be back for that in a minute. Go ahead and activate the other portal up high left. I almost said right. I almost pulled a Dougie. But because we had just been up on the right and flipped that switch, it gave power to this door access here. We're inside now, and we're going to go ahead and recommend you jump on the chair because it just gives you that right height advantage and everything and access to all 4 spots. Now, you have to rapidly, successfully shoot those, and if you miss them, it will respawn, and it's okay. You can do it as many times as you need, but we're going to go ahead and swoop this fuse and run back down to our portal. Now we got to activate the other doorway, because remember that fuse placement point? Yep, slap it on in there. That should go ahead and give the juice down below. However, we got to play a little bit more connect the dots here, so go ahead and shoot and turn these pieces until the power resides through the cables, and zip, 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 Mer-Man down. Now, although it does not say any change to our defeat Mer-Man status down below, just know that he is done dead. We're going to go ahead and continue to escort Sorcerer and the attack track here down through the stairs up to another shocking point here. And Beastman shows up, so that's fun. What we got to do here is actually use Beastman's grenades against him. He's going to yeet them at us, and we need to do that over and over at each of these crystal points and have him explode the crystals. Took me a while to figure this one out, too. I thought I had to shoot them somehow or flip them off or something. Not that kind of flip them off, like the Switch flip them off. Come on now. That would have been funny, too. To be honest with you, if I'm being totally honest, I couldn't figure it out. I may or may not have been. Yeah, anyways, moving along. As you can see here, we just need to take out the baddies in the area to give us a little bit of a reprieve. And then, of course, like I said, just run around to these crystals, wait for Beastman to yeet that grenade, yeet man. And once all of those crystals have been shattered, it should give us access to the middle point, which, did you notice there was a He-Man transformation pad over there? That's right, He-Man. We're going to go ahead and transform, and you can see he's standing on a gold rock right now, so we'll go ahead and get up close and personal and spam, 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 but not before turning into our favorite hero, He-Man. All right, maybe not our favorite hero, but one of them. I mean, this is straight out of my childhood, and I can't thank 1010 Games enough for bringing this franchise back to life. I mean, I know Kevin Smith and some other people have done some stuff on Netflix and whatever with the Masters of the Universe franchise, but this is like homage to the original that I grew up with, which is amazing. All right, so taking down that golden rock takes out Beastman. However, it does spawn a bunch more baddies. See what I'm saying about pretty much never-ending baddies? I mean, nothing we can't handle, but I mean, it is kind of one of those annoying things. I know people have complained about that online. I don't know if that'll be changed in a future update or if this is the intention. You know, they want a little bit of difficulty. I would say it's a notch up above a Lego game, but not to the point of being like frustrating or, you know, messing with your mind kind of thing. So most people, I think, after a couple of tries have gotten through, and that's great. I mean, that adds a little bit more replayability, too, if you ask me. All right, we're going to continue to escort this bad boy, but before leaving this area, let's go ahead and spawn one more portal. I think I said that was the last one we needed, and I was just fooling you. We need one more here. This one is going to be crucial into getting across the bridge. There are two switches that create these weird little, like, force field walls, but they're more of like ramps. You'll see. On the left there, you can see there's a terminal that we can activate, but it's dead right now. So let's go ahead and activate this portal up top in the middle. And it's a little confusing on where you need to go. And in fact, I get lost here for a second because of the angle of the shot. Really what we need to do is shoot that purple crystal up top. And there's one down below on our low left behind us too. I'm getting a little bit like, of which way do I go? Which way do I go? And that's all right. I left this in instead of editing it out because sometimes it's good for you guys to see that it's not always easy peasy for Maisie. There you go. There's the other purple crystal. So one up behind or up in front of you, high right, and one below you down left. I guess that kind of depends on where you're standing. But now that we've shot that lower left crystal, it should allow us to connect to that upper left portal. Inside, there is a counter. This one is kind of confusing. You got to go back down, switch portals to get back up in the middle. But because you flipped that switch, it has now removed the grid blocking that side. See how it was moving back and forth? So it is time-based. This may be a little frustrating for some, but you're going to want to go through and activate the portal up high left and then run back down and get back to the middle. Does that make sense? Hopefully. Once you're successfully done with that, it should provide power to the switch on the left. Once you flip that switch, you can see we've got this purple sort of fake bridge. We're going to bring the portal all the way down and now activate the other one on the other side. Now, that one's activated because we shot that crystal up high right. So if you somehow missed that or skipped ahead or was confused when I was doing the portal jumping back and forth, definitely look up above you because there is a purple crystal that needs to be turned gold. Now here is the red baddie. Look at that. He's got the orb chilling. Fun little side story for you here. I actually knocked him down in my scout run and he fell and dropped the orb right in front of the doorway. It was almost impossible to get through that doorway once I got the fun key, but I was able to do it. Now, it doesn't matter in my scouting run. I just like to have those things available, so when I am actually scouting for collectibles, they're there. Now, sometimes I can remember, hey, remember when you did that? It was there. Sometimes I can't. You know, with 35 main levels and then, of course, the bonus levels and all of the collectibles scattered throughout, it's going to be a lot for old man Brian Brain to remember all that. Now, if you didn't catch what I just did there was another terminal that I activated that actually gave us that purple, you know, bridge piece there that allowed the attack track to get across. We're simply just going to escort it all the way down. Yeah, super, super awesome, yeah. Be careful where you are because if you're standing right in front of it, she will not advance. And even though she's taken a snooze, this autonomous attack track has made it through. All right. Now we should be able to pick up the old fun key, slap it in, and woo to the hoo-hoo-hoo. We got a silver psych gold crown, and so do you. Fooled you for a second there, didn't I? All right, we got 750,000 vinyl, just barely, and we're getting pretty far into this. Now, keep in mind as we go through for the fun play, a lot of those have the vinyl requirement tubes. We'll be getting a lot more monies later. That's going to go ahead and do it, though, for the Shock Amok. And we're going to go ahead and go poolside one more time, and that's activated the final level for Masters of the Universe. We're getting through it, guys. It's actually supposed to be one of the toughest bosses in this game. I got a couple of tips and tricks, though, for you that I think will make it easy. And I was a little worried doing the recording because my scouting run didn't go so well, but it turned out pretty good. So hope to see you there soon. Don't forget to click that like button. But, guys, that's going to do it for me. As always, until next time...